my internet shit. Shitting.
Yeah. Saw you saw my sometimes. You wish you could get me, I'll come try.
Hey, what up? We gonna call this the hallway interview, bro. We gonna do the whole shit in the hallway.
Hey,
Oh
bro,
my God.
say less. Say less. Let's do it.
Definitely a first,
bro. How you been, man?
Man, I'm just chilling, dude. Today's been just a day. You know, the week's been a week. I'm just kind of like getting ready for this little show on Saturday. I'm like,
yes, sir. Yes,
you know,
sir.
when you have something you're like waiting on for a while, and then when it like comes up, you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Ain't no way around it now.
It's coming up now. Yes, sir. That's what's up.
Yo, Wally. Hold on, this is live action right now.
Let's do it. Yes, sir. The vlog with Bayymack. Yes, sir.
This is a fucking vlog.
Dude.
Hey, we're going live right
now. We should do that. Have the artist take control.
Oh my God.
Fuck. Well, I'm in the middle of an interview right now.
What up?
Say what up, though.
What's good?
Hey, what's good? Hey.
Can you use your internet? Hey, let's fucking go. This is content right now.
Oh, yeah.
But now y'all went from buffering to holy shit crisp. Oh my
Crisp.
God. All right, boys. Let's go, boys. We have a view and everything.
So much better.
Oh my God. Look at us now. We have fucking upgraded.
Yes, sir.
Oh wait. Damn, that's the wrong way. All right. Anyways, let's get to the point.
Hell yeah. That's tight, bro. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh my God.
All right, we made it.
All right, bro. So you said
Nice.
talking about the show. So how did that get, pieced together? How'd you get that position, man?
It's not like, I guess you could say like a position that was like given. You know how shit is, bro. I knew the promoter, and then the promoter hit me. He needed a slot to fill, so I was like, fuck it, I'll move the tickets, I'll do it. It's more like I'm not looking at it as like, I'm not looking at it as like I'm gonna meet D Savage or some shit, because it's not gonna fucking happen. But like, I'm just looking at it as like a good kind of like free.
It's an opportunity, bro.
Dude, like
it's like a free exposure move.
Exactly, bro. And that's just upping, like, it's just another like thing you could put on your career, you know what I'm saying? So I listened to D Savage for a minute, bro. So like to see that you're up there with him is amazing. So
that's what's dope. Like I was kind of excited about that, because I was listening to like I Know and shit when it first dropped. So, like for like, I don't know, to kind of like be on a show out here with him, it's gonna be kind of fun. Either way it goes. And like I know a bunch of homies that I went to high school with that listen to him. So hopefully it's packed. I have a good like. Damn, the lighting fucking sucks, bro. I should have been more prepared. I look embarrassing right now.
Bro, terrible. You look good. The hair's chilling, bro.
Bro, the hair is like fucking terrible
right now.
The hat. I was about to say the hat kind of fixes it, because the lighting with the hair, it's absolutely just kind of not hitting right now. Hey, it is what it is, though, boys. We're showing.
It's cool. That's the vibe of this interview. That's the vibe, bro.
Trucker hat on.
Hey, the trucker hat, bro, you don't even know, dude. I got the fucking pins, dog. Check it.
Yes, sir. Them joints crazy, bro.
Ooh.
You fuck with Glisten, man? They got some crazy trucker hats.
Yeah, I ain't got to do it. You ain't got to do it.
Clean.
Hell yeah.
Back to the show thing, though. But yeah, bro, like, I think he has like a good following out here. So, and the promoter's like gassing it up as if it's gonna be a sellout event. So I hope it is. I'm excited for that. Like,
hell yeah,
it'll be a good time regardless if there's 100 people or 300 people.
Footage, man. I want to see some Bayymack footage.
Dude, yes. Get the footy, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. That's just gonna be wild.
Dude, I'm just like nervous though. Like honestly, like, cause I don't know, like I don't want to have expectations of it to be like anything. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you. Yeah.
You know, like. Because if it's ass, like meaning like energy wise, like crowd energy wise.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean? Like if it's ass and they're a tough crowd, then like the videos are gonna be kind of dead.
Yeah, I feel
Those
that.
shits are gonna be fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, if the crowd's dead, no content's coming from the D Savage show. Absolutely,
bro, I promise you,
no content.
Promise you, that shit, it's just gonna be lit,
doubt it.
popping, bro. It's gonna be jumping. Swear. That's gonna. That's gonna be like a show coming back, like from COVID, bro. Like if I was coming out, bro, the mosh pit. Is there probably a mosh pit type shit?
I'm sure you're excited, bro. I'm sure you're excited to perform again after COVID.
Yeah, man.
Bro. I've done a couple shows since like kind of like this reopening of like the world, which is also kind of spooky, bro. The reopening of like everything. That's a topic we can touch on. That shit's definitely spooky, bro.
Dude,
like,
bro.
It's just kind of like very like. I feel like I don't know. It didn't like. I feel like the whole point was to slow the curve, and then we subtly slowed the curve. And now it's just like, all right, fuck it, full send, boys, we're back.
Exactly.
Like, hey, we got to go get money, so open the parties up, open the clubs up. We back, boys.
Go, go, go. Yeah.
Post-COVID, like the post-COVID world is different though. Like shows post-COVID are kind of lit. I feel like people are like, they're tough at first, but then once you crack the code, those fuckers were going crazy. Like my last show was pretty fucking super, like pretty.
Just jumping,
like, yeah, it was jumping in regards to like the energy though. It was like it felt different though. You know what I mean? I was like, it felt like these fuckers were mad. Like,
they're just raging.
And it's hard to get really like moshing to my music. It's not really like not really like that type of shit.
Yeah,
but it worked, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it like when people start moshing out at the shows, I think it just goes based off of like that energy that they feel from the music, you know what I mean? So they get excited as fuck and want to throw a motherfucker, they're gonna do it, you know what I mean? So
hell yeah, that's a fact.
But you know, as far as the project goes, Unamused, bro, I know the track off of the project that's actually called Unamused was produced by D-Work. So like, how's working with him and, you know, tapping in with him and his camp?
Hell yeah, bro. So Devin, shout out to Devin, bro. Shout out to D-Work. That fool is extremely talented. He did the whole project, the whole production on it, the mixing, the mastering, all that stuff. What's crazy about the tape is we made the tape in literally like a 4 or 5 hour period. It was like one session.
Wow.
We just banged them out. We didn't have any like, I had a couple, I came with like 2 demos and then we just banged out a bunch of records and then it was dope. I was like, well, shit, I guess we got a fucking tape, bro.
That's impressive.
Well, shit, like, yeah, it was like not planned, which kind of felt like, which was good. So working with Devin's very like natural. That's what I would say. Because Devin's a different type of producer. D-Work's like a different type of producer. Just because like if you have like I feel like the reason why he does well with like Cam and like Jax as well is just because like they're very artistically talented on their own, and then so is Devin. Like so is D-Work. So just collaborating minds that are like talented on their own and could carry it in a sense on their own. You know, like D-Work could carry anybody with his fucking beats. You put anybody in his beats and it'll sound good. Anybody. So it's like working with him, it feels like natural and it feels very easy just because like if I have an idea, it's actually doable. And like he'll pick up on the idea without me saying it. It's more like impromptu. You know what I mean? It's like it's very, very natural, I would say, for sure.
He'll like amplify that idea and like just make the vision come true.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro. He's absolutely crazy. Like that fool is a fucking nerd when it comes to beats in a great way, like an absolutely great way. I've never seen anybody cook like that kid, dude. Like, and I've been around a lot of fucking people, like tons of different styles of people that cook on FL, they cook on Logic, they'll cook on this, that, and the third. Bro's just sitting there on Ableton with the same computer that he's had since I met him and just been spazzing, dude. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts.
And every time, like,
never heard of it.
Bro, every time I see his name on something, it's a hit. Like,
bro, you've never, like that's what's. I was gonna say that it's like anything that it's admirable to kind of like see, bro. Anything that he has his name attached to, you can tell that there's actual attention to detail in each and every piece that he puts out. And even if it's with a session per se, like let's say someone came and recorded and he's just doing the mix. Bro, the mix is insane. You know what I mean? Like if his name's on it, it's fucking fire. Like there's no way there's any which way around that, which is crazy to think about and of how like of where he's at and where that fool is gonna be insanely huge, bro. Like
hell yeah. I can see
he just needs the placements, dude. That fool just needs the placements. If he just got the placements, or when he gets the placements for sure, that dude's like, I think he's like He's the best person I've ever seen for sure.
Oh,
so like,
100%.
I don't know. You know, I don't fucking know who he's like, because I can't compare him to anybody else I've ever met working with.
Yeah, I feel that, and he's a real humble dude. Every time, you know, I show him love, he responds, and you know, he's real active and shit with his supporters and stuff like that. So that's tight as fuck. You know, I love when like you guys like, you know, as artists, producers on that shit, like you like connect with us, and you know, we can actually like see what's up and build a relationship other than just listening to the music.
Mm-hmm.
So
hell yeah, I feel like that's important. I feel like that's a big thing. You know, like I feel like that's what would separate per se like someone who's more like an industry style of like producer or like artist from like, right. I guess you could say like an underground, more like a cult following style of like artist or producer, you know, like,
yeah,
if you're like one of those industry fuckers, you post 1 to 2 times in your story a month and don't respond to anyone.
Just like, peace out.
But hey, they be doing numbers through that. Hey, they management, they be going pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
They don't gotta do all that.
Ever post?
They don't gotta do all those.
Once you go Hollywood, bro. I mean, I guess, but that's just crazy. As far as like how like your creative process, bro. So how do you get in your mode? Like, you know what I mean? Is it like how do you like going into the studio, bro? How do you feel?
So for me, the biggest thing that like I like to focus on is kind of like, I know a lot of people, everybody has their own different creative process, 100%. And I know a lot of people, they do well when they make per se like a lot of records, right? Like they record a shit ton and they record like all night, all day, and then they have songs that pop up out of that. I suck when I do that. I fucking suck when I do that, bro. Like I'm terrible. Like 3 a.m. is my bedtime for sure when it comes to studio sessions. Like I can't do any of that. So for me, like my creative process is kind of like, I guess you could say like more non-forced and like spaced out. So if I ever feel like the urge to write, I'll just write and not overthink it, but then not like, I'll just write, you know what I mean? Like, and then once I have a shit ton of writtens, and then once I have a ton of like pieces where it almost becomes like overwhelming of how many like random verses I have written or just random ideas, then I'll go and link up with say like D-Work, and I'll be like, all right, so here's all these random ideas. What do we do? Or like, you know, like let's figure something out. And then from there, I'll put together songs that way, as opposed to like I don't like making a bunch of songs that like I don't feel either way. Like I like to make a lot of emotional music and things that like kind of like touch people in that way. So like I feel like the best way that I've found for me to get like real time capsule pieces, you know, that are like really emotional, is to space out my creative process. So that way when I do record, I've got like the last 3-4 weeks of like experiences and ideas and shit that I want to put down that day. And then whoever I'm working with that day, it's like I like to cook in session. I don't like to like write over random beats. I like to just write ideas and then figure out the beats in session, you know?
Okay. Yeah. And that's so cool. Cause as far as, you know, being an artist myself, during this whole COVID thing, I've just been getting emails, bro, about beats, beat packs and all that shit. So actually being in the studio in the session, you know, having to, you know, sit there while he's making the beat and shit, it's like more of an organic, you know, track, I feel like. So it makes that better. That's tight, man. That's really
100%.
You know, I read somewhere that your song Goldfish started off as a poem, bro. I thought that was really interesting because as a writer myself, you know, I really appreciate like stories and poetry and shit like that. You know, does that usually play a factor into, you know, your creative process or your writing or how does that?
Biggest thing that like I like find inspiration from, or like where I write. So okay, it's gonna sound like kind of like some simp ass shit here, but here we go, boys. Hey, we're opening up the can.
Let's do it.
So when I was like younger, when I first started music, I made this song called Bittersweet, which is on my SoundCloud. And that song was written off of like breakup texts. And so like I made the breakup text into verse of like little verses and shit. And like it felt cool because it was literal text, you know what I mean? Like that I sent over. So then like that song became for me like something that was like genuinely like I'm emotionally attached to that. Yeah. So now like I do the same type of deal. Like to answer that question, yeah, bro, like I like to write either like shit when I'm like really sad or really happy, you know, like little like five, 6 line poems, and that will become like a hook at some point or a bridge at some point, or like verses. Usually for me, they're usually stemmed off of like fucking rants or like old text convos. I usually get a lot of inspiration just from scrolling through like old texts and stuff. Like, bro, I'm toxic as fuck. So like, I be going through all these texts. I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's a good like. That was good. Like, yeah, that was a good one, bro. Like, you said some real fucking some real interesting shit there at 2 a.m. 3 fucking months ago. Shit. Let me use that. That's gonna hit. That's gonna fucking hit.
It's your inner Bayymack.
Put it into notes.
That's tight. Hell
the signature. That's the signature sauce right there. There it is, bro. Being toxic, as with being toxic,
dude,
and then using toxic tech.
That's sick, dude. So when you started making music, like what actually got you into making music as far as to being an artist, like recording and things like that? Is that something you always wanted to do, or did you get into it a different way?
So like, yeah, kind of early on. So when I was a lot younger, my father passed away. And then right after my father passed away, my mom put me into like sports and music. So she made me like learn how to play guitar. And then I went to like church choir and things like that. And she put me into like acting and like kind of like musical plays and stuff like that. So I kind of got more introduced into like being, I guess you could say, an entertainer first.
Okay.
And then like the emotional stuff kind of became like an unforced connection from everything that was going on at the time. You know what I mean? So it became like an outlet. And then like I kind of fell in love with like the entertainer side of it first when I was a lot younger, like the kind of like the positive attention of being in that type of limelight. And then as I got older, I really started to like the creative process more. And like, I found that, I don't know, now for me, it's cooler to see someone like kind of, feel something that I wrote when I was at a really shitty time. Like if I was at a really shitty emotional point, and then I can connect with them through music. I feel like that for me now is like a deeper purpose to like why I do music or why I'm into it now. You know what I mean? From where it kind of stemmed from for me. It was kind of like an outlet, and now it's like, yeah, it's like an outlet, but I want it to be like an outlet that I can connect with people with,
Right. Oh yeah, most definitely. And first off, my condolences about your father. And
hey, it's all good. It happens. Life is life, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. And how I was gonna ask how you got your name as far as Bayymack. Like where does that stem from?
That's actually that has to do with my dad. Like it's actually Bayymack is a made up last name. It's my last name. But our family is like so my grandparents came from the Ukraine and then they came to the US and they had to change their last name and they changed it to Bayymack, and there's only like 2 or 3 other Baymacks in the whole fucking country. So I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, it's me, my brother, and like a couple other people. So I might as well run it since I know there's no one else with my last name. Plus like the whole thing with my dad thing, since it's like my dad's last name type of deal. And then growing up, people would more or less call me by my last name than my first name. Which at first pissed me off, bro. I used to get so mad at that shit. I used to get so fucking mad. And then I started doing music as a joke in like the SoundCloud era. And so like I made my name like Bayymack with V's as like a joke, like as like all right, y'all call me this, and y'all know I hate being called that shit. I'm gonna make my shit like Bayymack with V's and fuck it. Like, and then it kind of just grew on me as like a thing. So I was like, all right, I might as well accept the persona that I am. So of course. It's my damn last name. Like shit. Like people like to call me it, so it's like it is what it is.
That's tight. Well, that's cool, man. That's way better than how the fuck I got my name. I just love Death Note. So I was like, fuck. But dude, that's really cool. What's up, Ivan? Did you have any questions or anything?
Yeah, I do. So we're kind of talking about your childhood right now, or your early stages. What would you say influenced you? I noticed you have a lot of grunge rock influence, sort of. I'm picking up on that. What growing up, what did you listen to, bro?
My mom was like an absolute beast when it came to aux, dude. Like that fool. My mom, which is shout out to my mom first off. My mom is like my absolute best friend, dude. So I spent all the time with my mom that I could, and anytime that I was with my mom in the car, inside, wherever we were, she was playing the largest genre, like the largest discography of music. Like she had just like crazy taste. It was like it would be from like just straight Nirvana to like whatever was hot on the radio to like fucking Biggie Smalls to like, bro, like you just go down the list of like things that like I was like influenced by early on, and it was just like now looking at it, it was all good. Like like, but she was just very killer on the aux. Like there was not one specific thing that she would specifically play, and I think that's what played into like me wanting to pursue music, because I was always just seeing so many different types of styles all the time. I really gravitated towards Michael Jackson when I was younger. I really like Michael Jackson.
Really?
Michael Jackson.
That's
yes.
Sick,
okay.
I love Michael Jackson.
My mom loves Michael. That's tight.
Bro, Michael was so fire. I just like I don't know. I just like the King of Pop thing, like the superstardom and like all that. Besides all the fucking allegations and shit or whatever, like which comes with like anybody who comes to the status of like the most famous person in the world, literally. Like I don't know anybody else. So like, side note, who went to Michael status? Who the fuck came close to Michael status?
Hell no, I can't even.
I can't name a single person. Maybe Drake.
Like Prince, I guess.
Prince, I would say maybe Prince would be at the same level, but
they were like around relatively at the same time. So it was like the same person, but not like like hot take, like SoundCloud, like Playboy Cardi and fucking Lil Uzi. Like SoundCloud,
there you go.
Uzi is Prince and fucking what's it called? Prince and Michael Jackson of pop. That's SoundCloud though. Like don't put them on the same fucking level. Don't put them on SoundCloud in specific. They're definitely like the same person. Back to the thing though, musical inspirations. Just Michael Jackson early on for sure. A lot of it came from like what my mom was playing, and then in my teenage years, dude, I became like hella fucking emo, dude. Hella emo. Like it was a phase for sure. So then like that's when I started to listen to like more like Pierce the Veil and like I don't know, and like things like that. That was like more what I got into.
Dude. That's so me. I used to get into the same shit. Did you ever listen to Asking Alexandria?
Yeah, bro. Yes. That's just fire, bro. Like, dude, I used to be like such a nerd with it, dude. Like, such a nerd, bro. I used to be like the biggest fan. What's up?
Like Banties and everything. Like
Banties,
that was me.
Everything, dude. Like,
looking at a hot topic.
Yeah, bro. Like, I used to literally like my Christmas list was like fucking Pierce the Veil T-shirt from the mall.
From the mall. At Chandler Mall, dude. The fashion center. Yeah, I haven't been there in so long, dude. I've been out here in Texas, so like it's been so long. I remember there's a shop out there in the mall. They're selling like Pleasures and shit, the clothing brand. Ooh. And I used to go out there all the time. Yeah. It was a long time ago. It was like back in 2018. That was when I was out there.
I'd be damned if it was right now.
Yeah, bro. 2018 was a fire ass year for me, bro. But that was back when I was out there.
The glory days, I would say like the 2016, 2018 era was like that was an era, bro. That was an era. I think I feel like the 2021 to 2024 era is going to be like way worse though, bro. Way worse. People have been inside for too long. People have been bored for too long.
Dead ass, man. It's been
too much bullshit
year.
Been waiting to happen, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like I said, this next show, this D Savage show, are you bringing anybody like as far as like your homies and shit? Like, do you like to have your homies with you on stage, or are you more like, this is my spot, let me get this shit going?
So like, all right, I've tried to bring homies on stage for my sets, and like it either works or it doesn't. And it like it's hit or miss. Like it's absolutely hot or absolutely fucking cold. I think, unfortunately, like as much as I'd love to like do it, I don't think it's like the best idea for me where I'm like kind of trying to take myself now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to stray away from like per se as like a smaller artist and like kind of like a small fish. I want to feel like more of like a bigger fish, even if it's a bigger pond, you know, like, and if it's a small pond, I still want to feel like a big fish. So I don't want to have all the homies with me on the fucking stage. Because I mean, everybody knows it's the homies. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and there's a time and a place for that. I feel like homies right now, especially when I'm like trying to make the transition to become bigger, as opposed to like I'm just starting, and then I'm like I'm getting a little bit of fans, and now I'm at the stage where it's like, all right, I'm trying to like transition into like truly, transitioning into people being just all fans, right? Like as opposed to like just homies coming to support and shit like that. Like, so I feel like that like the transition of that is like I'm having homies in the crowd is also a good thing, just because it's like, I mean, if they won't support in the crowd, then will they really support on the stage? Fuck no. Fuck no, it ain't genuine. You know what I mean? Like, fuck no. Like, so where I'm at right now is it's like I need y'all in the crowd. I need y'all to like get them to get lit. I need y'all to like influence them to get lit, because y'all know the shit. They don't. They don't know any of it at all. So what's the point of you being on stage with me? Like, to look cool? That's exactly. You know what I mean? Like, y'all aren't making the music right now. Like, if it was your songs, I'd be in the crowd going stupid, fucking throwing people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all need me to. So I need y'all to. You ain't getting on the stage, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not fucking D Savage. I'm not fucking like, I'm not who people are coming to see that night. So people aren't expecting to see me on the stage anyway. So like, if they see me with 20, if they see me 20 deep, they turn in their head.
I see what you mean, bro. Like, it's like, I like how you put that separation, because, you know, some artists don't know how to put that separation as far as, hey, my homies are holding me back, but I'm gonna still let them hold me back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then at the same time, like you said, some people just like to benefit for themselves, you know, like to be on stage for the attention that they can get, you know what I mean? So definitely see that as far as that point you made. But, you know, in this show and shit that you got coming up, what do you feel most anxious about? You know what I mean? Just do you feel like the energy of the crowd, or is that like one thing that you're more anxious about?
The only thing I'm most anxious about is kind of like my energy per se. Just when it comes to like matching the crowd, just because so like I like obviously a lot of like people who get on bigger shows, because I go to shows all the time, and if you see like when you see people who are smaller artists on a bigger show, usually they try to act like a big ticket artist, and then it doesn't usually work, or the crowd gets fake lit. You see the fucking 10 people in the front get lit, but everybody on the outside sitting there like, what the fuck, is this guy serious right now? You know what I mean? Like, and I think that like I feel like where I'm kind of like, I guess you could say, nervous or anxious, like what I'm kind of anxious about is I'm trying to not take that approach at all this show. Like, I'm trying to act like a fucking opener. Like, I'm trying to act like an opener. Like, I'm not gonna go on there and like go hey, you know what I mean? Like, do it, because no one cares. Like, no one cares that I'm on the stage anyways. You know what I mean? So like, I want to just focus on the strength of the music. But what gives me anxiety is it's like, fuck, bro, it's all in the music, bro. Which is like kind of also which makes me like excited at the same time too, because it's like, like it could go well if it's just all in the music and no persona. You know what I mean? So
and like I said, that energy that I like, at least that I feel from your music when I listen to it, like, bro, like I can only imagine myself at a show. Like, that's gonna be surreal when it does happen one day. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. But going back on that conversation that we were just having, you know, I really respect that mentality. You know, that you're going in there as with the mentality of an opener,
humble, man.
Just letting the music speak for you. You know, that's really, you know, you can't come at this shit with an ego. Like, yes, it's good to be confident. Yes, it's good to be whatever, right? You can be whoever you think you are, but like, 100%, just go at it. I'm sure you're gonna do fine, dude. Like, the music's gonna speak.
I think like what I was thinking is it's kind of like, I mean, if there's someone there that's gonna give me a bigger look that night, like let's say there's an A&R, let's say there's a manager, let's say whoever it is, they're not looking for me to scream on the mic. They're not. There's DJs and there's hype men for that at festivals. There's DJs and there's hype men for that at big shows and on tours and things like that. So it's like for them to like actually get an image of like, oh, I can take this kid and put him in front of bigger people with the hype man. The only way that they can picture that is if I give them an actual fucking chance. of like me performing the living shit out of my songs, singing every single lyric, like hitting them hoes. You know what I mean? Like, like emotionally and seriously, as opposed to like ignorantly and unprofessionally, which doesn't impress anybody but the 10 people in front for 15 minutes, as opposed to like what, like I view it as like, I can get 15 people lit, or I can get 5 solid for real fans that night minimum. You know what I mean? Like, that's more valuable. If I get 5 solid fans that are just like, they're gonna stick because of what they saw and it was good and it was a quality performance, as opposed to like some crazy lit shit. That's what I want out of that night.
That's awesome too, because you know, most people go to these shows expecting some lit shit. So the fact that you're there to go to actually perform and to like connect with these with your supporters that, you know, you don't even know are supporting you yet is awesome as fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because you most definitely are gonna come out that bitch with like the whole crowd, bro. That ass. That's
what I'm excited kind of about, because like I'm gonna try to move very, very humble, and I really hope like that feeds like the energy, because people are attracted to energy. So I feel like if I just kind of move with like humble energy and more like mysterious type of energy, it'll pull more people towards me. Because if I'm mysterious and I'm not OD, they'll be like, well, who the fuck is that blonde opener? Who is that kid? You know what I'm saying? Like the other kids were screaming on or whoever it was. I don't even care what anybody else does. Like I just got to focus on my set being as good as I can make my set, and I think then people will care. You know what I mean? Like I'll get a look.
Bro, I'm excited. Shit. Man, I can't wait. Would you ever come out to Texas, dude? Do anything?
Hell yeah, bro. Texas is fucking dope, bro. I'm a Cowboys fan, bro, so I want to go see a Dallas game.
Dude, hell yeah. That'd be sick, man.
A little far from that.
I can already see, like, we could put some shit together, have like a voided show, like some type of festival, bro. Have a bunch of like artists
out here? Oh my God, dude. Bayymack at a voided party show, that would be so sick. So
that shit would be hard as fuck.
Man, that would be crazy.
I'd be down as fuck.
Bro, super fun talking to you. It was a blessing. Like I said, you know, it's just been in the works for a minute, and you know, that's mysterious part of you, like you just said, dude. I always go onto your Instagram. I'm always looking for more, bro. So definitely fucking appreciate
that's
you.
That's like the one thing I try to switch up my Instagram a bunch. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate y'all reaching out and, you know, taking the time to hit me up as well. I appreciate it.
Super good to talk to you. I'm glad we got you on the Voided Party platform finally. Anything you want to say, bro?
Hell yeah, I appreciate y'all. It's Bayymack. This has been Voided Party. Doses, bitch!